that there'll be more still joining us. And just again, happy Monday. Lord, thank you for our time together. Thank you for Eran on with us on Mondays. How amazing is this to celebrate together and to also pray together and to hear what's really going on in Israel. So we thank you. Amen. But of course, I have to give kudos to the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs won that Super Bowl. Okay, so of course, I'm sitting in Kansas City. I don't know how many of you watched that game, but that was a phenomenal turnaround. And it's interesting because I've had so much in my heart, this phrase of it's time for the divine turnaround. So anyways, yay. Well, if you didn't catch that or you were in Israeli time zone and sleeping, it was in overtime, a tied game, went into overtime, 3 seconds left on the clock when Kansas City scored the winning touchdown. So that was amazing. But then literally as we're celebrating that, I get a text from Janice McWilliams. I'm not sure if she's on today, about the hostages, about the 2 hostages. So I'm like, wow, what a double incredible blessing. So we want to hear from Eran, and mind you, I just want to, I'm sure he will mention it too, but 2 IDF soldiers also died this weekend, different operation, but we want to remember those that have fallen in the price that Israel's paying to, conduct this war and even to see these hostages, rescued. So with no more ado, thank you so much, Eran, for being on a Monday. We so appreciate you and love the updates that you share, and glad that you're returned back safely to your home country, but it was great to see you in America too. Over to you.
Yeah, so hi Patricia, and how are you all? First, I came back to Israel, and my update today. I want to thank to you, Patricia, and to Sharon for the time that we have been together. It was so refreshing to me to come to see you all and to pray with you, to update, to we can update in front, and to get all the love in the world that I got in the time that I was in the US. It was so refreshing to me, and my heart was very full with energy to come back after I saw the partnership, amazing board meeting that was led by Sharon and Terry, which was for me, like always, it's like it's a board meeting, but it's to sit with the family. It's like a Shabbat dinner, but business items. So, but it was so great to see everybody. And Patricia, I have 2 amazing moments of ours. It was one with the intercessors of Tracy.
Yes.
That was very powerful hour or more. And it was amazing to sit together and pray, get updates, but to pray and to see the people that behind this front that are fighting every day for Israel with prayer, and the time that we have in the church together. For me, after being a couple of days in the US, and then to enter to a church in Birmingham, Alabama, and to see the flags, the Israeli flags there, that was in the church. For me, it was such a moment of bless. And I said to friends and my staff when I came back that the people that I met in the US, the Judge Israel family, the intercessor, there are people that love Israel sometimes more than the Israelis love Israel. So really, thank you for all the prayers and the time that you got. And just to use this platform for a minute, Sharon, thank you for the tip. It worked in the restaurant. The simple thing. Just you to know, we don't have a lot, but she knows what we're speaking. So yes, I came back, and Israel is still in war. But the great news today was to wake up in the morning and to see that in a heroic we start to understand the details and everything, but it's really heroic operation that was with hundreds of soldiers, by the way, that was covering this night, and and rescued the hostages, but was risky. Their life was in risk.
Yeah.
And today, when I was praying in the morning, I pray for these ones that was sent out, but I was praying also for the ones that killed. And again, I'm saying to be Benjamin Netanyahu these days, it's not fun, because it's two people that was released and two families that lost their dear ones. And it was to see two people that united with their families and united. By the way, one of the amazing thing Racheli was saying to me, that telling this morning, the both of them are born in Argentina. And couple of days before, the president of Argentina was in Israel, and he go to the Western Wall, and he pray for these two, and see what's happened after a couple of days, which is amazing. And again and again and again, we know that because we are fighting together in this army, but the power of prayer, and this is what we need to do more. I know that everyone in this call for sure is doing that a lot, but we need more. And I learned through time that it's nothing like to prayer, and it's not enough. We can find another moment in the day that we can say something and pray to the Lord and ask Him. One of the things that was something that I was reading in the portion of Shabbat, and I would like to share that with you because there is a lot of demonstrations against Israel, and I saw one in New York City, people that really ignorance and speaking about from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And when I got them, they didn't understand what is the sea and what is the river. But one of the things that we are reading in this Shabbat, and I hope that I can share that with you because it's amazing. Let's see. Okay, we have that. So in this Shabbat, in Exodus chapter 23, verse 31, the Lord said, "And I will set the borders from the Red Sea even into the sea of the Palestinians, and from the wilderness into the river. For I will deliver." The English is a little bit hard for me, but you can see that the Lord is promising very, very clearly what is going to be the borders of the Jewish people. And when they are saying that and wants to delete the Jewish people and the states of Israel, I can say to them, go to read Exodus, and
Yeah.
you can maybe learn about the promise of the Lord. And another
Mhm.
thing, it said, don't do with them agreements. Do not make a covenant with them.
Right.
And I know that in the end we need to be very, very, peace is the solution. But to do
Mhm.
peace and agreements with them, which is the enemies, we need to be very careful. This is what the Lord said to us. It's not just to do something and give them all, because we gave them Gaza in the past, and see what happening. We gave them, we did the deal, we did with them agreements, and in the end of the day, they attacked us. And then the Lord said that they are not going to settle in your country. So I choose to believe the word of the holy word of the Lord, and I choose to believe that this is His promise, and I choose to believe that this is what is going to be at the end. And in these days, we are making the attacks in Rafah more strong. The understanding is, if we are going to hit them strongly, the deal and the situation of the hostages is going to be more easy to deliver. And this is what the Prime Minister Netanyahu said, Minister of Defense, Cabinet, and a lot of people believe that our strength is going to be the one that is going to be the thing that is going to bring the hostages back, the one that are alive, and their bodies that they can be decently buried in Israel. Tomorrow is going to be a meeting in Cairo, a big one,
Yeah.
about that, to start thinking about that. President Biden is pushing Prime Minister Netanyahu to go. Again, in Israel, as usual, the people are divided if go or not go. I think that if there is a place that somebody can speak about something, about a deal to release the people, I think that we should be there. We should be there and see what deal can, because the deal that the terms that Hamas gave us was terrible. It was terms that say we don't want to do an agreement. They want to control the Temple Mount. They want to control a lot of. They want to release terrorists with blood on their heads from the 7th of October. They want to do a lot of things that we cannot say yes, but maybe this is the starting of negotiation. And my personal thinking is that if we can speak with somebody about that, because there are 134 families and hostages that are there, and we released two, but there is a lot of people inside that. Inside that, we have the front with in the north front, which continue to be very, very hard. A lot of missiles is falling on Israel. It's a real big uncertain around that. Again, there is a lot of approach to that one, and a lot of things that we know. In one hand, we know that the army is ready, is very ready to go and start war in the north. When you're hearing in the news that the army live in Gaza, you don't leave Gaza and go to vacation. You leave Gaza and all the forces are going to the north. And what I'm seeing here, a lot of you have been in Israel. The border is a big border. It's Lebanon border, it's Syria border, it's Jordan border, and there is a lot of things that we need to protect there. A lot of and the people are refugees still. The Jewish people didn't come back to the houses in the north and in the south. And the other thing is that Hezbollah will not start a big war like that. But as we know, Hezbollah is not the one that decide. Who is decide that is the sitting in Iran, and they are making the decision. And again, I say all the time, the Satan group is Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, Russia, and China. This is the bad. This is the Satan group, and this one are not deciding anything. We are believing that this thing is going to be solved by force. In the end of the day, if they will not understand that they have to go back from the border with Lebanon, we are going to need to attack, and this is what we are going to do, and we are preparing to do it. And I think this is our right to do it, because you cannot imagine that people will shoot from Mexico to the U.S. Place, and it's going to be quiet in the Mexican border. So I think that we are prepared to that. We are ready for that. One of the obstacles is the winter, and God bless us with the amazing winter in these times. If you're going to come to Israel, you are going to see the Sea of Galilee is full with water of blessed that coming out, and this is one of the blessed winters that we have. But to fight in the mud, it's not good for the soldier, for anything. So if it's going to be war, it's going to be somewhere until the end of March, beginning of April. This is going to be the time. I hope that Hezbollah is going to be clever and not start with us a war. But we understood in the 7th of October that we are not dealing with people that have they are not reasonable, they are not thinking straight. And this is what was one of our faults. We act to them like human beings. We think about terminologies of peace and democracy and human thing. And we see yesterday or 2 days before that under the UNRWA headquarters, which is the UN biggest organization that operate now in Gaza, it was the headquarters of intelligence with a lot of servers, with a lot of computers, with a lot of things that really, really advanced. By the way, this is part of our problem that we was thinking that the Arabs are not very smart and not developed, and we understand now they are very clever, they are very smart, they are well trained, they know us very, very well. By the way, in the 7th of October, when they came to attack us, they came with pictures of officers from the IDF. They're looking for particular faces. It's not that they can randomly. This is, we understand also. I saw in Shabbat, I was in Tel Aviv, I saw the families of the hostages. This is our people that one of them said to me, from the beginning of the war, we don't have night and day. It seems like one long day. And the war is especially is for the women that is kept captured there. And I will really like us, all of us, to pray for them, to release them, and to release them from being captured, and if not being captured, release them from the Satan that hold them, because the testimonies that are coming, you understand, from the people that was released. Think about yesterday, I heard a girl in the age of 17 for 54 days. She didn't sleep at night because she was worried all the time what they're going to do for her if she's going to sleep, and her mother was with her also. In the meanwhile, we are working in the National Leadership Center. Groups are coming when it's not rain and cold very much. Today we have a group of youth in risk from the south that was there in the Shabbat. They managed to escape, but the trauma to run from your bed and from your house, and these people don't have a family in their background, and the thing that they was holding this boarding school that was the place that it's safe for them, Patricia, suddenly becoming a place that it's not safe. And these people, you have to build trust with them. And we see today how with fun and laughter they are start to be more strong. And in the end of the day, when they didn't want to go home, but it was so encouraging. Tomorrow we have another group like that, and our role to heal the nation and open the beautiful gates of the National Leadership Center. This is something that we are going to do. We have the agreement about the pilot with the Ministry of Defense signed, and we are going to work with the orphans and the widows. It's going to be 7 or 8 groups, parents team that is going to come to the National Leadership Center, which is amazing for me to prepare for that. In the high school, we are opening, and we have 2 trainers that is going to be very, very occupied in this day, because we cannot deliver enough. We don't have enough capacity to go to the high school that invite us. We have now 2 trainers that started theoretically working part-time, and now I have to put them full-time. But the numbers outside of Ariel, I think that we are going to hit the 10,000 students outside that we're going to meet in the high school, which is a big, big thing for us and for you. But we're blessed. We are blessed that God prepare us to the moment that we can serve and that we can help, and it's fill us with a lot of feeling of this is our mission now. This is our mission. And when I came back from the US, I said to my staff, Racheli is here also, and Racheli, thank you very much for your really hard work and the thing that you are doing, all thing. But I said to my staff, listen, we have to be excellent. We have to be very hardworking because the people that is serving with us God in the US, our Christian brothers and sisters, are totally 100% with us day and night, and we have together to hold hands. We are going to work here hard. They are going to continue to work there hard, and I'm really, really hope that as I celebrate with you
Mm,
and pray with you in Birmingham, Alabama. All of us are going to meet in Jerusalem or
mm.
in Ariel. And I think that when we are going to work, meet together, we are going to be, we have a lot of reason to be proud of, and thanks to the Lord. And this is, we need to do in the middle of the darkness. We need very much to thank the Lord every day that we are wake up and we can serve him and we have meaningful life, because people, the children of Israel, the Jewish people needs all of us together to join hand and to be strong for the future.
Wow.
So this is a little bit, Patricia, of my word.
So